Hi, Mr. Wayne. Good morning, sir. This is Andy Taylor. I'm a senior project manager with Red Rock Roofing. I'm here at your home in Broomfield. I do believe this is a subdivision of the Broadlands neighborhood, and I'm going to do a quick inspection video for you. Now, normally I would start these videos from the curb so that you could see the front of the home. I did have to use 2 ladders and another gentleman to help me get onto your roof, so I'm just going to start from the top here. First thing that I want to point out is going to be the sand-like material that you'll see in the gutter system. This is known as granulose and is always the first indicator to wear and tear and just really shows the age of the roof. So next thing I want to point out is going to be your lack of drip edge flashing. So drip edge by code is a 2x2 inch L-shaped metal flange that would go 2 inches here over the fascia and then 2 inches back into the shingle. And what that does is simply encapsulates all the eaves and rakes of the home, is going to protect you from wind-driven rain, ice damming runoff, and ultimately water migration. So back when the home was built, that wasn't code, but in the event of replacement, that's something that will have to be put on to be brought up to code. So in looking at your gutters, I didn't find in a full scope here really any dings or dents to them, but all we need is 1 ding per straight down there, and insurance will replace these. Now, the first thing that an adjuster is going to be looking for when getting onto your roof to do a claim for insurance is called collateral damage. Simply signs and indicators that there has been a storm in the area, really any of your soft metals up here. So I did go over with a piece of chalk on a few of these spots to just kind of show some of the indentations from the previous storms. Now, once an adjuster verifies that there has been a storm, the next thing they're looking for is called Spalding. Spalding is simply when hail strikes a shingle, actually dislodges the granules to expose the fiberglass undermatting. And that's what these marks I'm showing you here actually look like. Now, the way that they classify this damage is within a 10 by 10 foot square, one on each major slope. If you can find 6 to 10 of these marks, depending on the insurance company, then on paper, you gain the eligibility and a full replacement at insurance expense, of course, minus your deductible. Now, I have done corresponding spot checks on your 2 major slopes here. I believe I did find a little hail down in the lower part, but I would say that you've got a pretty decent shot at getting insurance to replace this roof. I can never guarantee that they will, but I definitely think that it's worth taking a shot. So underfoot, it's very crispy. Every single step that I take, I can hear really the shingle itself is just cooked, baked, very hard, and you can almost hear the fiberglass underneath. Usually this is an indication of ventilation. Now, your roof has an immense amount of what we call turtle vents up here. So per square foot in an attic space, you've got lots of ventilation, but none of this is creating what's called a convection. Now, your roof is a perfect candidate for a ridge vent. Ridge vent would go end to end on all of these ridges and would create that convection. So air coming in from a bottom, exiting out the top, really relieving a lot of that stagnant air in that attic space, cooling the upstairs bedroom down, saving money on AC bills, things of that nature. So again, very good candidate here. Now, other than that, what I did find were a few exposed nail heads up here. These nail heads from season to season with expansion and contraction can actually emerge from the surface and become very vulnerable penetration points for water to get in and migrate. In order to pass any Colorado roof inspection, those would all need to be sealed with a weatherized epoxy. I did find a couple of nail heads that are actually popping through the shingles at this point, so those are definitely vulnerable areas for water to migrate. Other than that, there's not a lot to bring to your attention. Again, I do think you've got a pretty good shot at getting insurance to buy this. The roof has definitely seen its best days, and I think it's time that you know what your options are. So again, Andy Taylor with Red Rock Roofing. I very much appreciate the opportunity to get out here, bring you up to speed. I'm going to go ahead and sign off.